Dua Lipa went from being just another girl in London dreaming big to becoming a global icon with influence that stretches way beyond the charts. She's not just a pop star anymore. She's a whole vibe, a cultural blueprint. The music, the fashion, the brand deals, the social justice work, she's literally everywhere. And now, people are calling it the Dua Lipa effect, which basically means everything she touches turns into the next big thing. So let's rewind a bit. Dua's breakout wasn't an overnight explosion, it was a slow burn. Her self-titled debut album had several hits, including New Rules, which earned her global attention. But it was her second album, Future Nostalgia, that truly marked a turning point. Released in 2020 at the height of global uncertainty and lockdown, the album hit like a bolt of glitter-soaked lightning. The sound? A colorful blend of disco pop and vintage grooves, infused with smooth production and authoritative vocals. In a pop world embracing trap beats and melancholic minimalism, Future Nostalgia was a gamble, and it paid off. The album was a cultural reboot. It brought back disco pop and gave it a decidedly contemporary spin. Singles such as Don't Start Now, Levitating, and Physical weren't merely hits. They dominated, from TikTok to late-night television to fitness playlists. Critics heaped praise on its concise production and unapologetic hedonism, and fans held onto it as a source of happiness in a bleak moment. Dua didn't simply win. She set pop music on a new path. In the months and years that followed, a wave of disco and retro-inspired albums emerged across the industry. The Weeknd, Kylie Minogue, Doja Cat, and even BTS all drew inspiration from that shimmering aesthetic. Future Nostalgia redefined what modern pop could be, balancing throwback rhythms with 21st century energy, and Dua Lipa was at the center of it all. And the numbers speak for themselves. The album went to number 4 on the Billboard 200 upon release and generated multiple top 10 singles around the world. Levitating alone was one of the longest-running Billboard Hot 100 hits. Aside from record sales and streaming, Future Nostalgia won a Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Album and cemented Dua as a top player in worldwide music. But while her songs were topping the charts, her style was redefining fashion trends globally. Red carpets, Instagram, music videos, wherever Dua Lipa showed up, fashion trailed behind. From high-fashion evening gowns to retro Y2K streetwear, her fashion sense became a template for Gen Z and millennials. Designers such as Versace, Mugler, and Balenciaga started adapting their visual vocabulary to her style. She didn't merely dress, she made clothes into statements. Her Met Gala ensembles, for example, were instant headlines. Runway-inspired fashion and music videos such as Break My Heart weren't only part of the show, they were part of the culture. Fans copied her ensembles on TikTok. Fast fashion retailers didn't just rush to copy her style. Fashion brands no longer wanted celebrities, they wanted Dua. Her collaborations were on a different level. She became the face of Puma, collaborated with Donatella Versace on bespoke stagewear and campaigns, and landed long-term deals with beauty and fashion houses. What was remarkable in each of these partnerships was not only the fashion itself, but the unmistakable voice behind it. Dua Lipa doesn't lend her name lightly. Her personal brand, cool, bold, and refreshingly authentic, is so consistent that even branded content feels unmistakably hers. In a celebrity culture where endorsements too frequently ring so hollow, Dua's own image is cultivated but authentic, chic but down to earth. That authenticity is a big part of the reason that her reach has only intensified. While countless celebrities work behind a veneer of PR glaze, Dua surprisingly keeps in touch. She posts rough around the edges moments, tour life burnout, kidhood flashbacks, offbeat travel snaps, alongside exactly the same level of polish as she gives a show. That authenticity translates to trust, and in today's digital-first world, trust is everything. It's what keeps fans coming back, and what gets brands lining up to collaborate with her. Dua's team is aware of this dynamic. Their marketing strategy is cutting-edge, fan-centric, and highly interactive. They don't release a single and move on. They build ecosystems around her drops. For Future Nostalgia, fans were spoiled with pre-release promotions, behind-the-scenes studio vlogs, interactive playlists, and exclusive merchandise. When Dance the Night was released for the Barbie film, it was teased throughout TikTok and Instagram in a way that felt natural. They've hit the sweet spot between exclusivity and inclusivity. Dua Lipa fans don't just listen to her music, they feel like they're a part of it. And that digital acuity extends beyond strategy. It's woven into her nature. Dua isn't simply on social media. Her TikTok isn't a cringy PR stream. She's got a playful, funny, fashionable, and strange but true vibe going. On Twitter, she's funny. On Instagram, she's a visual designer. This fluency across multiple platforms keeps her perpetually of the moment and attuned to the cultural zeitgeist, and it makes her a natural champion for a generation raised online. But most lasting of all about the Dua Lipa effect is that she is devoted to leveraging her platform for more than self-marketing. Dua speaks out on social issues, and her activism isn't an add-on, it's ingrained in her persona. She has long been a champion of LGBTQ+ rights, women's empowerment, and racial justice. In response to worldwide protests, she employed her platform to promote educational resources, bring attention to grassroots organizations, and decry inequality. She regularly engages in campaigns that raise the voices of marginalized people, and she won't hesitate to call out industry double standards, something that many artists are afraid to do. Her activism isn't performative, it's fundamental. That's what makes it stick. In a world where performative allyship is more and more easily called out, Dua's activism has substance and coherence. She's not merely sitting on panels or sending out hashtags, she's present. Whether it's backing refugee causes, she herself is from a Kosovar Albanian immigrant family, or demanding justice in times of political turmoil, she's leveraging her platform for tangible change. This dedication hasn't escaped notice. British Vogue included her on their list of most influential women in the UK, one that isn't limited to fashion or music but to cultural influence. And that influence only expands in new ways. Step into Service 95, her life and editorial sphere. It's not just a newsletter. It's a thoughtfully edited cultural summary delivering everything from travel tips and reading lists to in-depth pieces on political matters and interviews with world influencers. Service 95 is not a vanity exercise. It's a big leap into media and thought leadership. In it, Dua is taking on the role of editor, curator, and world tastemaker. Her editorial tone in Service 95 is a reflection of what she is: international, considered, chic, and not afraid of complexity. One week she's suggesting feminist novels or spotlighting mental health programs. The next she's writing about her favorite Tokyo underground restaurants. That ease of shifting between high fashion, pop culture, and serious international issues is unusual. It's a reflection not only of her varied interests, but also of her regard for her readers. She assumes her followers are inquisitive, global, and wanting to learn. And that type of respect travels a long way. And behind the scenes, her business savvy is every bit as acute. Rumor has it that she's moved to control her own music rights and claim her catalog, a savvy move in an age where music ownership is key. It's not all about capping off income streams, it's about control, longevity, and power. Dua isn't creating a career, she's creating an empire. Her live shows also embody this empire-building mentality. Dua's concerts are not concerts, they're experiences. Every aspect, lights, choreography, costumes, is tailored to her artistic vision. The Future Nostalgia Tour was sold out on several continents and heralded for its energy, accuracy, and spectacle. She's not performing, she's putting on a full production that competes with anything in Vegas or on Broadway. And fans love it. They don't just attend her concerts, they travel across countries for them, cosplay her looks, and treat the experience like a rite of passage. She's also becoming more and more a muse and partner for the movie world. Her participation in the Barbie soundtrack and cameo in the film solidified her as a pop icon who could easily segue into film without feeling forced. Producers and directors are taking note. With her charm, screen presence, and undeniable cultural draw, it seems only a matter of time before she appears as a leading figure in a feature film. But all of this success hasn't made her complacent. No, it's only served to encourage her to innovate further. Her third studio album is eagerly awaited and tipped to venture into new sonic areas while retaining the infectious energy that made Future Nostalgia a phenomenon. She doesn't want to do the same formulas over and over again. Every project is a reinvention. That restlessness, that desire to grow is what separates her from a lot of her contemporaries. The Dua Lipa effect is not merely about being viral or trendy. It's about creating trends, telling stories, and leading with intention. She's not merely surfing the wave of pop culture, she's driving it. And with each step she takes, she's showing us that the future of celebrity isn't about talent or looks. It's about having a voice, using it well, and knowing who you are in a world that's always evolving. So what aspect of Dua Lipa's path inspires you the most? Her music, style, or activism? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth dives into today's cultural icons.